On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Houston Texans. From NRG Stadium in Houston. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. First and 10 at their own 24-yard line. Play action. Stroud now. And incomplete to open things up. You look at this Niner defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
This is taken at about the 14. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, first and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. First and 10. Just shy of the 30.
Get set. Watch out.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll scratch out.
They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing here, Purdy. And that is incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a first and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Texans sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Throwing now is Stroud. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
This is fielded at the 7. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Texans. Piñeiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up Sackett.
16-yard line.
Here we go, let's go. 18, what's up? Hey, uno more. South. Buggy.
Stroud to throw it. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Oh, right.
A handoff running left, Mixon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Here we go.
An option handoff here to Mixon. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 41. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now a stoppage here for an injured player, and it's David Montgomery who is struggling a bit. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A draw play for Mixon. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Look hot. 18.
And Stroud now to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7.
Miami Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Get set.
Purdy looking to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Purdy now to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Noel. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
70 Lions.
Inside handoff to Mixon. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
49ers 7. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Purdy. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Niners are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Down the field, he's got Noel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Dumps it off to Mixon. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mixon with a first down carry. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Stroud, he's going to audible to something else.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Mixon will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd down and a yard. Here's Purdy. Incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass caught by Pearsall. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now Purdy. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
All right.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Stroud. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man.
And got his man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Stroud. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 18. Oh, boy.
Mixon will try the right side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 49ers' 25-yard line.
18. Hey, uno more.
Stroud to throw it. Going right side here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. To Mixon on the check down. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
All right. 18. That's it. 11.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the Niners' 13-yard line.
11. And 18. Not to the right.
Throwing now is Stroud. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Joe Mixon from 13 yards out. And the Texans could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
49ers 14. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup for 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Purdy now to throw.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this one is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Here we go.
Mixing up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Oh, ready? 18. What's up? 12. 9.
Jet sweep now. Here's Collins. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now?
Here we go.
Play action. Stroud now. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kennedy Fairbairn comes on. The kick by Fairbairn is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. They're looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Intercepted. The Texans take over first and 10 at the 26-yard line.
A handoff to Mixon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play action. Here's Stroud. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Texans, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll look to regroup next week as